the word of the Lord came to the prophet Gad, David's seer, saying, Go and tell David, Thus says the Lord, I offer you 3 things. Choose one of them for yourself, that I may do it to you. So Gad came to David and told him, and he said to him, Shall 7 years of famine come to you in your land? Or shall you flee 3 months before your enemies while they pursue you? Or shall there be 3 days plague in your land? Now consider and see what answer I should take back to him who sent me. And David said to Gad, I am in great distress. Please let us fall into the hand of the Lord, for his mercies are great, but do not let me fall into the hand of man. So the Lord sent a plague upon Israel from the morning till the appointed time. From Dan to Beersheba, 70,000 men of the people died. And when the angel stretched out the hand over Jerusalem to destroy it, the Lord relented from the destruction and said to the angel who was destroying the people, It is enough. Now restrain your hand. And the angel of the Lord was by the threshing floor of Araunah, the Jebusite. Then David spoke to the Lord when he saw the angel who was striking the people and said, Surely I have sinned, and I have done wickedly. But these sheep, what they have done? Let your hand, I pray, be against me and against my father's house. David's heart condemned him because he saw the error of his pride. It all kind of opened up for him. As the numbers came in, it took 9 months and 20 days for the census to be taken in all of Israel. It was a huge endeavor, a very complicated endeavor. And as these things came into play, David probably most likely saw it kind of caught on, and everybody wanted to get in on this census and really, really see how big they were, how important they were, what kind of position they would play on a national scale. And look what we've done, kind of a thing. Look where we're headed. Pride is a subtle thing. Self-importance can kind of creep in on you where you really do think nobody can get along without you. You almost believe it. You do believe it. As a matter of fact, you tell people about it. If it wasn't for me, that kind of a deal. But David's seeing this. And he's seeing this. Look where we're headed. The subtleness of pride. Maybe it wasn't all God positioning us. Self can say, maybe it wasn't all God. Maybe it was a lot of me and a little bit of God. Maybe David and his mighty men and David's amazing military mind, along with God's blessing, is why we're here. See, these things can creep in, and David is seeing something that he really didn't intend to be manifested in his selfish pursuit of self-importance. And you could think, well, our army has really improved from the ragtag bunch. We have 1.3 million soldiers now, and they all have swords, and they're very good with those swords. This was part of our census taking, data. And as they were able to take the census of the army, well, the whole nation had been counted for. And just that whole endeavor brought in a bit of national pride. Exactly how great we are. It's becoming clear that we wouldn't be exactly as great if it wasn't for us. International potential is what they're seeing now. We will now be able to impress not just the tribes around us, those small Philistines and all those little people now. We will impress countries. We're making ties with countries. We are becoming important. Exactly how great and full of international potential they wanted to find out. And here's the thing. They knew they were on that threshold of an international stage. They knew they had arrived. They were proud about that. We will help God out for sure and let the world know about him once they recognize us. This is what David saw. This is 9 months, 20 days of this building up in his people. The pride of, look what we've done, God helped a little. But after 9 months and 20 days, David finally figured it out. What have I done? There's, I think in the Midwest, when you have tornadoes, they have these huge sirens going on, you know. And a Cat 4 is coming your way. And Israel was admiring the clouds and didn't notice the huge funnel that was bearing down upon them. And as it's coming their way, we will pray that it goes away. This is where we find David now, when he finally figures it out. David's heart condemned him, that he had numbered the people. So David said to the Lord, I have sinned greatly in what I have done, but now I pray, oh Lord, I just pray. I see it coming. The sirens are going off. I know I'm in a tight spot. Lord, take away the iniquity of your servant, for I have done very foolishly. And that's what he thought would probably work. But God moves on a higher plane, because David just wanted his guilt to go away. David's praying, Lord, take away my guilt. Take it away, God. I don't want to feel guilty anymore. 9 months and 20 days of this thing poisoning his whole country, and all he wants, I just don't want to feel bad. God, take it away. And that's the thing. It's more complicated than that, because God works on a higher plane than us. We think that would be easy. But there's so much damage done that I don't think David realized the depth of what he had done to his people. And when David arose in the morning, the word of the Lord came to the prophet Gad, David's seer, saying. So here's David praying. David awoke in the morning, which means that David slept okay. So I just prayed. I'm good. I can go back to sleep. God will do what he always done before. And as David is praying, and 9 months, 20 days of the eyes on ourselves and the eyes on our stuff, and Lord, take it away, can't be done. And as David is praying, what's God doing? God is moving the prophet's heart. He's telling Gad, you need to get a hold of David. And when David arose the next day, you know, God never sleeps. The devil never sleeps. Here's a new day. And David gets up, brews himself from some kosher Java, you know. Checks his voicemail. Solomon, nah, I don't want, he's always calling me. Bathsheba, no, I don't want to talk to her at all. Joab doesn't have much to say. Here's one from Gad. Wonder what he wants. Wonder what he wants. Yep. David, it's Gad here. I'm getting a little something from God.